What's up, everybody? It's episode 2, Bar for Bar. Welcome back. For those of you who watched episode 1, thank you and you left your comments. A lot of people loved our first 2 acts that we had on the show. BIP boy. BIP people love his cool melodic flow. They felt they could vibe with him. Velocity, a lot of MC respect for his ability, his technical skill. Even from the panel, we can have a panel back a bit later to talk us through our next 2 acts. Okay, so introducing our first act for episode 2. It is Spaz.
Yeah. Woo! So I had to start from the bottom up. So I ain't lifting no bottles up. All my emotions are bottled up. It's never been easy to open up. Last time I poured up my feelings, I felt so empty inside. Thought about drowning my sorrows, rather just swallow my pride. Hey, they told me Spaz, slow down. I told them never, no, not now. Y'all know my music's so sick. Got everybody on lockdown. Y'all know that I am the realest. I know that y'all gonna feel this. They say they love my music, they just don't like hearing about Jesus. Okay, let me talk about guns and drugs and girls and money and cars. Another young boy just got caught with a gun. So now we can talk about bars, talk about space, talk about Mars. Seems like we're constantly worshipping stars. Seems like the only ones who have a job are the ones who tell us to forget about ours. Hey, to me making music is a mandate. That's why I don't really do it for a fan base. Girls' legs get weak when you speak, so the rhymes that I spit make a sister wanna stand straight. That's why I don't have a lot of popularity, so stop being mad at me. I don't have to rap about lavish things, and I guarantee what they're selling you is a fantasy. Now I guess to me, cause I'm giving you the reality. But quite frankly, you might thank me. Man, I didn't even know you, but your family. Rearrange your plan A and your plan B till you understand God's plan when your plan C. Yeah, I just heard your new track. I'm glad that you finally got your juice back. Can someone please tell me where's the truth? That high. My name is Mr. Busak, and I had to start from the bottom up. So I ain't lifting no bottles up. All my emotions are bottled up. It's never been easy to open up. Last time I poured up my feelings, I felt so empty inside. Thought about drowning my sorrows, rather just swallow my pride. Hey.
Okay, there you have it, brother. Spaz. Nice, deep lyrical content. Our next act came from Wentworth. He's so cool, so fire. I met him a while back, and now he's out here. He's doing his thing, and he gave us this. Give it up for 6 RSA.
One time we can run one. Talk about some things we can undo. Is in the pen I can find you. 861 and the money 92. And that's what I knew. 2 texts, no reply, that's what I knew. I knew. Yeah, Porsche 911's only time I'm ever strapping. From being boxed skin to the one that's on top. 100 degrees, I don't feel no pressure. I've been through so much that you could try and step in my place and run the same race. Got a new chick, she fire like Arizona. I'm up at night till the morning, till she's snoring. Cause on my back won't trace me. Mix it in my cup, won't lace me. I'm still the magic without the tracing. Back up in my hands so you niggas just can't grade me. 3 a.m. grind damn, BBS shine. Too many colors to even damn shine. Mixing red and blue, that's why the purples of my mind. Yeah. Edit out the lead, every verse is like a coffin. Raising hell, every time I spit it's like apocalypse. I'm on the shit, light is away, I'll stop for more than shit. Lego nigga, I might just go and drop a few bars and shit. How many people wanna brag about what 6 is heard? The curse of me is like 11 words. I put way too many people on in my city, but these niggas will just never get me. Facts. I had backpackers who would try to ride my back. Shit, hey, I had to cut fake friends, Edward Scissor answer that. Look, hey, I had to cut a few strings just to make ends meet. They drown my name through the mud, well it's just another stepping stone. So many shootouts, damn, I'm looking for that new out. 99 problems, but I'm looking for that new route. I pray my enemies never end me. If this is war, then I'm sending semis. Shots fired, but they never pinch me. Now I'm sending autopsies to the dark, please. It never ends well and it won't stop me. Hey, yeah,
So here we are. We've got all our people with us. Ashley, how are you doing, Ashley?
I'm so good. Thank you, Carvin.
Yeah, nice. You got your lipstick on at home. That's beautiful. Always nice to see.
Doing the thing.
Never know what you might meet up with.
In the passage.
In the passage. Oh, you're looking at me. Neil Green specials out, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
So
been
shout out Neil Green.
out here
we're at Showmax right now. It's like I'm getting lots of good feedback, so I'm encouraging everyone to go watch it. I was scared to do that in the first place. You know, it's like you want the first good ones to come back first, and then you can send people with more confidence. Yeah, so
this is going to be good. I'm not going to waste your time.
Yeah.
And Daniel Chuckie Joester, would you tell us an epic story, which won't include? How you doing, brother?
100, brother. I'm good. Your side?
I'm cool. No stress. Just doing homeschooling. I think those of you who are doing it, you realize that your schooling was insufficient for this.
We're doing homeschooling, and I got demoted to PE teacher. So that's how my life is being. That my friends.
Yeah, the PE teacher's hot though. All the teachers want to be with the PE teacher. Okay, cool. So let's get into it. So 2 artists today. We got Six and Spaz. Six, Spaz. Different styles, different approaches. Let's start with Ashley. Ashley, what did you think of Six and Spaz?
Well, for this one, I really had to bring my hip hop morals to the table, because for me it was a hard one. I literally felt like some of the skills were with Six and some of the skills were with Spaz, and they each had their own strengths. So it was a bit of a tough one for me.
Okay, Neil, how did you kind of go through it?
Very easy. From Six had a much better performance in terms of, you can see his confidence. He knows what his style is and he lives within his style. But, and this is a big but here, Spaz's content, his bars, like the actual bars, like remove them from the actual cadence and the technical stuff. The actual bars and content were far superior. It's like I want to tell rappers, like when you start your verse off by saying, I'm only strapped up when I'm in the 911. I'm like, what is the 911? Is that a taxi in your area? Like, come guys, like, like I know that there's a certain amount of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Poetic liberty, like.
Yes, you don't have to be living your rhyme. If you said you shot someone, you don't have to go shoot them for real. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there also needs to be, like, you need to make what you're rapping about relevant to you and where you at. Like, we live in South Africa. If you live in Wentworth, there's enough going on where you don't have to add spice. There's plenty going on. So I don't like the fact that a lot of Six's content was stuff that I'm not saying he took from someone else, but it felt like it could have been taken from. Like the line, I'm only strapped up when I'm in the 911, sounds like it could have come from an Offset, or like it sounds like it could have come from.
Okay, Chuckie.
Yeah, I just wanna go back to what Neil was saying over there. But it's one thing we need to understand: rappers are the biggest liars. You know what I'm saying? So I'm serious. I kid you not, bruh. I like the way the O started his verse. Like, it strapped up in a 911. Then he said something boxer. Bars, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's putting the Porsche and the boxer, 911 boxer, in the same line, which is quite dope. But, however, I agree with Ash, and I agree with you saying that like Six had better flipping flow and performance, but by far I feel like Spaz out on the lyrical content, bro. And
for real,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we're gonna get into it now, or are we getting into it now? Because nobody is actually like
we're in it.
Yeah, like for me, as I was saying, bro, Six is. I like the way he was riding the beats. He was flowing lacquer. He had some wordplay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think overall he's got the package. But when you listen to Spaz, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if he recorded it in the studio, it would have sounded better than what it was sounding now. Also, I feel like it's a freshly written verse that he hasn't recited yet, and that's why the performance is not as good as it could have been. You know what I'm saying? But his bars, I think his pen game, his writing ability is on point. And I also sense some religious background from Spaz.
Yeah, I also sense it. It's there. Yeah.
It's there. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it's there.
But the way he wrote in the song is like, he says something about you'll say you'll like me or something like that, but you don't want to hear about Jesus. And then he says something. Okay, let's talk about cars, drugs, money, whatever.
Yeah.
And he talks about some kid that just got caught about guns. Now let's really talk about bars. I mean,
Yeah.
come on,
See
bro.
now.
Like, you know
Yeah,
what
that was that hit me. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That was so fresh. And I think my favorite bar of his was, I think, near the end, when he brings back the religious content a little bit, and he says something about your plan A and B, something about Jesus. Now you got to put it into your plan C.
Plan C, yes, yes.
C, meaning for me, like I'm an intricate thinker. I think way deeper. Jesus, God, C, Christ. You know what I'm saying? Plan A, plan B.
Yes, that's what you were saying. Yes.
Bro, absolutely flipping. Yo, the pen game is absolutely sick. So when it comes to lyrical content, I'm giving that definitely to Spaz out to him. But don't get it twisted, bruh. Six. I kept on calling him Sykes until Corbin said Six. So 6 is his lyrics is also there, bruh. He's not bad at all. But lyrical context, I'm gonna give it to Spaz. Overall and flow and everything, I'm gonna give it to 6. I'd put him in the studio.
For sure.
I'll put him on the radio. I'd take him to a show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's it from my side.
Last week you spoke about responsibility. Rappers having more responsibility.
Yeah.
So how does that affect you now?
I'd love to actually go into more detail, so like Chuckie and Neil said, I also felt that 6 had the rapper image package going, like as far as his attitude, his presence, the braggadocio, like he had all of that. I just really feel like I didn't take anything from his lyrics. Like the flow, like he had a vibe and a flow, but I'm really glad that we all feel the same way about Spaz. The lines that stood out for me were, to me, making music is a mandate, so I don't really do it for a fan base. Like, yo, lyrically, Spaz did it. The only thing that I'd add, like Chuckie said, was the delivery, and perhaps that was a new verse, and perhaps it was also the environment he was recording in that didn't allow him the volume and the freedom, that he needed to really carry that. But everything he said from the start of his verse to the end of the verse was just content. I felt like he really came with a message, and Spaz for me stood out. So as much as 6 looked the part and has the rapper vibe, it's one of the big moral and artistic integrity issues that we face in the music industry today, which is like a clear example, what we saw with 6 and Spaz. You've got the rapper who looks good and who's got the confidence, and then you've got the rapper who brings a message and is kind of downplayed, but for me, Spaz he stood out amazingly. Yeah.
Can I just disagree with Ashley over there on one thing she said at the beginning? She said she didn't hear any lyrical content like from 6. He had a few bars there, to be honest with you. Yeah, like there's
but the punchlines.
Yeah, they were light.
I really liked his flow. Yeah, but I didn't hear any substance.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Can I jump in there? I'm gonna jump in there, and I'm gonna say, no, not even about the flow overpowering. It's like the punchlines that I heard, even the cleverest ones, didn't seem fresh. I'm not saying, again, I'm not out here to say that it came from somewhere else, but it never. it wasn't groundbreaking.
I like
if
I
you're
like
being
the one line.
absolutely honest.
He said something about I had backpackers that would rob my back. Something like that. I felt that one day. You know what I'm saying? But that's just,
You jumped in on that one.
yeah. No, he's got some balls.
Okay, Chuckie. I agree. He did give us like one or two lines that were interesting. That were playful and that were
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
There's some bars where he was reaching. I feel he was reaching, but like the Arizona bar, something about she's fine like Arizona. But Arizona's not fine. Arizona's dry. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he was reaching.
And that's why it feels like it came from somewhere else.
Yeah, it sounded like I don't know what's in his mind. Maybe there's something else that he's, meaning, but maybe there's a wine that's called Arizona. I don't know. You'll shoot me. That's quite fun.
Maybe he was talking about like the Arizona people, like those beautiful indigenous jungle women. Like maybe, I don't know.
You see?
That's Amazon. You and him both.
Oh.
You're reaching. You're reaching.
You fixed it, but you fixed it for him. You fixed it for him. If you said fine like Amazonians, there we go. It's fixed. Yes.
Okay. See, guys. In terms of performance, now you both highlighted, or all of you highlighted that there was a distinct difference, and it might be down to how soon or how much time they've had to work through the verse. But personally, I really enjoyed Six's performance, given the constraints of performing to a camera. Of most of the videos, I was like, this guy he's not feeling confined by the screen. He's performing nonetheless.
Yeah. No, he's comfortable.
How do you feel, Neil?
But Corvin, if you're saying like the point of this thing, bar for bar, is we're gonna take one of these hours now and we're gonna make a bar for bar concert and put one of them on a lineup. I don't think any one of us is choosing Spaz right now because Six is so comfortable in himself as a performer. Like everything about his performance was top notch, like for sure.
And another thing
Chuckie,
is, he was enjoying his own performance. And as a audience watching him, it makes you enjoy it as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good quality to have as a rapper, bro.
Did you think Spaz articulated? He could have articulated better, or was it good enough for what it was?
He was excellent. He was clear. He was clear in his message. He was clear in every bar. I even liked the progression, the way he paced himself. Like, yes, he struggled a bit with his flow overall, but the way he built up to a crescendo with what he was doing, it was brilliant.
Yeah. As I said, it could have just been like a freshly written verse, or he didn't have the obviously proper equipment to record it like how Six had. But I feel like if you put him in a studio, it would have sounded much better, much better.
Yeah.
What do you think Six could do to improve the overall product, Ashley?
I would love to answer this question. You know what? In order to write well, Carvin, you have to read well. And I would definitely advise Six to read more, because in order to become a good writer, like Spaz has brilliant writing skills. In order to become a better writer, Six, I think, needs to work on his writing more. So I think he needs to read more. And, that's the mistake a lot of artists and writers make, is they think that just by listening to music, you can recreate good music. And it's not always about that. Sometimes you have to really immerse yourself in life, in research, in reading, in just like, because your brain is this machine, and while Six has everything else, while he has the presence, the flow, the confidence, while he has all of that, I think he needs to work on his writing more. So I just advise him to read more and kind of just just practice his writing and his content more.
And Chuck, what do you think Spaz can do to up his product?
Bro, to be honest, for me, I don't think there's anything wrong with Spaz. We're talking about Spaz, right? Not Six. Yeah. For me, Spaz is fine just the way he is. as I said, I genuinely think that wasn't rehearsed enough. I've been through situations where I had to write a song for Alighty's birthday, where I did like 20 takes because I just wrote the song literally. You know what I'm saying? And looking back at the camera, the energy wasn't there. So for me, I just felt like he was probably pressured. Did you ask him to say, hey, write a quick verse there and we're going to put it out? So he probably just did one take. You know what I'm saying? And if it was one or few takes, I think he did an amazing job. As you said, he's been in the industry for a while. I think there's much better maybe footage out there with his performance being much better and stuff like that. So for me, he's perfect, bro, the way he is. I'm all about bars and lyrical content, so I think you just blew my mind with that, bro.
Neil, just close us off. Mass Appeal. Do you see these two artists entering like a mainstream space? Can they work in mainstream?
Well, they can't really work in. Well, Six can. Let's start here. Six can definitely work in mainstream. I think Six is very close. I think if he took advice and had the right people around him and he was in a good creative. I mean, just now in this conversation, like what Lex had to say, but if he took that and ran with it, he is very close to being a mainstream artist. I really loved it. Spaz, on the other hand, you know what? We must be honest too in things we say in conversation and on platforms like this here. How many gospel rappers do you know that have a mainstream appeal? Name one. Just I don't know any, so I'm asking you, who's a gospel rapper that's really out here?
Although Neil, in response to what
Kanye West.
No, don't you dare.
Sorry,
You're saying yes.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I was saying the gospel industry is massive, Neil. So
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna love it, and he'll flourish there, and he'll do well there.
Yeah.
I don't know about flourish. I don't know if that industry flourishes.
I don't know, bro. It's not like they're suffering for numbers or audience or.
I think they are. I think there's remember, I lived in that space for many, many years, and I think I still follow it quite actively. And I think the only ones that really survive are the ones who have this is gonna sound strange, a white fan base. Because the festivals in the States that support careers, they're predominantly white. Like the out and out black acts, they struggle. Someone even like Lecrae had a big base because he was crossed over so much into the white Bible Belt evangelical sort of. I know in South Africa it's even worse, right? How many people when last did you see a gospel rap concert or gospel concert at all?
But that's an opportunity. But that's an opportunity for him to find two other artists that are capable, competent, and good performers. You see, and that's the thing. That's a different kind of opportunity than jumping in a music industry that's already well established and well populated. I'm not saying we can't do well there. Six can do well in our industry as it loves. Because when you're saying the big concerts in the States and all, let's be real. I'm not trying to put this glass ceiling on Six's life, but I'm saying it's a long journey from to Rolling Loud. That's a long journey. That's not just happening. But I'm saying, for example, somebody like Spaz, if he just formalized what he was doing just a little bit and got one or two more other artists, he could really kick
the guy.
He could be the guy. Yeah. He's not, because skill level, he's there already. There's just some things that he would tweak and package. Big opportunity.
Okay. Cool. Chuckie, you want to add something on Mass Appeal before we sign out?
Yeah, I mean, I think I said what I said, bro. Mass Appeal is definitely my boy Six or Sykes. I'm gonna call you Sykes. I think he just got the full package. As I said, his bars aren't bad. His lyrical content is not bad at all. I don't see anything wrong. I just felt that in this segment, Spaz had the better lyrical content. But overall, the performance, the cadence, the whatever, I think Six got it, bro. So, yeah.
Cool. So there we have it. shout out to Six and Spaz. Both of you brought fire this week,
Yeah,
bar
shout
for
out to
bar.
both
We have
artists.
lots of good things to say about both of you. We wish both of you the best with your careers. And for those of you who are looking out, follow these two guys, Spaz, Durban, 6 RSA. You can find them on Twitter. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook. We wish you guys all the best as you go forward. And take the advice on board, right? We want to hear you on radio and see you on our screens. And yeah, that's us, bar for bar, signing out.
Yep.
Cool. All right.